Where do we start? I would suggest you weren't particularly well. At times you were pleased with what you saw today, but you were just overwhelmed second half.
Yeah, I think definitely have to admit first and foremost that we wasn't really at the races. I just, so the players, I don't think individually we turned up and it wasn't really the player that I knew that our players could be, and just on an individual level, just individual skills. I really didn't think we handled the ball well, and all the moments and the types of players that I know they can be in certain places on the pitch, we just wasn't. So it's just a definite recognition from me that we wasn't as good as we can be today. We wasn't as good as we can be individually, and therefore we found it tough against a good team who's on the march.
Yeah, why does that sort of thing happen to him? I mean, you've been around, you've been a player, but it does happen. But why did it happen today, do you think?
I thought after mistakes were made early individually, a lot of our boys never really recovered mentally. I thought we are in like a critical position, we are in a fragile position in the league, and it was edgy, it was nervy, and when we made those mistakes individually, we seemed to suffer and continue to make them. I tried my best to try and help the players recover, help the players recover the belief in themselves, help the players recover the confidence and the courage. But in more moments than not today, I would say 3 out of every 4, 4 out of every 5, a lot of our players today weren't what they can be, what I know they can be, what I believe they can be. But I forgive them totally. I have to move on to the next game, move on to the next moment, because that comes very quickly in football. It's very important as always, and as I've said in the past, I've been out there making those mistakes plenty of times. I know what it's like when it's very difficult to recover, but I forgive them and we go again.
Well, we try and remain optimistic, don't we, Jim? But it's looking a bit bleak at the bottom now, isn't it?
It is. One of the first questions to me, I think from one of you guys when I took the job, was, what are you doing? This is a hospital pass. It's not a hospital pass to me. As I've said to you many times, and I believe what I say, I've always been excited to take the team, I've always been excited to take the matches, excited to try and help us show what we can be, and we haven't showed that for so long as a club, we haven't showed that for so long as a team. And I think we've showed loads of brilliant stuff in the last 3 games before this. We only showed it in fleeting moments in today's game, but I still thought even in fleeting moments somehow we managed to create a couple of clear chances that we missed. And when I reflect on the game as a whole, I think Bradford was a better team than us today, but I don't think they threatened our goal a great deal, other than we gave a team who are on the march. I think they're unbeaten in 11. I think they've only lost 1 game in 17, something like that. They scored from 2 set pieces and a massively deflected looping shot. I remember us having 2 1v1s in the first half with their keeper. We had the bar in the second half, and despite the fact we were nowhere near the races, and we spoke at length with the players about that, we were nowhere near our best selves, we still managed to have some chances that we could have stole a result today.
Can I pick you up on what you said about a hospital pass, and that you don't think it's a hospital pass? It strikes me that you want time to try and put your mark on this club if you can, and it might not even be this season, it might be continuing. Would I be right in thinking that?
You are right in thinking that, yeah. I love the club, I love football first and foremost. I've loved playing for this club, and I now love working for this club in this capacity, and I want to help the players. I want to help whatever set of players we've got. I want to help the club, the fans, feel the way they want to feel in as many games as possible. On that note, I thought the fans were nervy today. I thought they were agitated with us when mistakes were happening early on, and I feel like there was some frustration from them when maybe we're not going as direct as they want to, but I would say that we're trying to do the best thing for the squad that we've got, to suit us in the best way possible. and I still feel we've seen loads of evidence in the last few games, far less so today. Loads of evidence of that style working for us, and us playing some lovely football and scoring some great goals. No question about it, this was always a super difficult task, and truthfully I think I only got this job because everyone thought we were relegated. But I've never treated the moment, the team, the club like we have been relegated. I'm not gonna treat us that way until someone tells us that we are relegated. So I'm really proud of the players' effort today. I'm proud of how hard they worked. I thought they suffered with the ball. I thought they suffered with the confidence. They never had much to feel enthused by, and I know they found it tough out there, but I'm still proud of how hard they worked, and it's just a shame ultimately that, you know, we got done by a couple of set pieces and a loop and deflected shot.
You've mentioned set pieces, Jim. They seem to be a bit of an Achilles heel in recent seasons, to be honest.
They have been.
What can we do something about that? Or?
They have been. Recent seasons is probably correct, yeah. Even in my time, I would say set pieces we've struggled with. They are something we work incredibly hard on. They are something I must mention that I feel like in the last 3 games we've been amazing defending them. Amazing.
Yeah.
We're magnificent at Mansfield. I think we've defended 12 corners on the day. We only had 1 ourselves. We defended a hatful of them down at Wimbledon. In the Walsall game against a team of giants, I thought on the day we defended them brilliantly. The resilience they've shown on set pieces up until today have been amazing, so certainly won't be ripping up the playbook and starting again. I think they should have real pride in the duties defensively, set piece wise, for the last few games, and just unfortunately today they failed us, but that's football sometimes.